We all love that moment, don't we? The big launch. The new solution is finally live, the problem is solved, high fives all around. But what about the day after? That quiet moment when the confetti settles, that's what we're digging into today, because that's where success is really decided.
So you did it. You launched the new process, rolled out the new software, kicked off the new strategy. And man, the temptation is so real to just dust off your hands, say done, and move on to the next fire. But walking away right now is like a pilot bailing out right after takeoff. The most critical part of the whole journey is just beginning.
Exactly. See, launching a solution is really just launching a hypothesis. You've got a theory that this will work. But the real work, the monitoring, the managing, the tweaking, that's the experiment that proves if your theory was actually right. This phase is what separates a good idea on a whiteboard from a great result in the real world.
Right. So the first thing we have to get our heads around is that a solution isn't a destination. It's a living, breathing process. It's not a slow cooker. You can't just set it and forget it. You have to actively tend to it because it has to survive contact with the messy, unpredictable world we all operate in. So how do you manage something that can feel so abstract?
Well, you start by making the invisible visible. And that brings us to our very first step. You have to find the right metrics. Think of these like the dashboard in your car. They're the gauges and warning lights that tell you if you're actually heading in the right direction or if you're maybe starting to drift off course. These instruments, these gauges, we call them key variables. They're just the specific observable signs that translate your big abstract goal into cold hard data. They have one job and one job only: to answer the question, is this thing working or not?
And look, these variables don't need to be crazy complex. In fact, the best ones are usually the most direct. Are the original symptoms you wanted to fix actually going away? Remember that travel company trying to fix a slump? Their key variable is as simple as weekly tour enrollment. It's not fancy, but it tells them exactly what they need to know. So here's the crucial point. Hope is not a strategy. Your plan might feel like it's working, the team might be super optimistic, but feelings can be misleading. The whole goal here is to move from I think it's better to I know it's better by X%. You have to let the data be your proof. Okay, so once you know what to measure, the next logical question is, well, how often should you be checking those instruments? And that leads us straight into step 2. Setting the right frequency for your monitor. And listen, this is definitely not a one-size-fits-all situation. A delicate, high-stakes solution is kind of like a patient in the ICU. It needs close, constant monitoring, maybe hourly, maybe daily. But a simpler, more stable fix, that might just need a regular checkup to make sure everything's all good. The key is to match the intensity of your monitoring to the fragility of your solution. This right here is the essential mindset. No matter which frequency you pick, you have to remember that things can change in a heartbeat. Staying connected means you can spot a small problem before it has time to fester and grow into a full-blown crisis. So you know what to track and how often to track it. But if you're the only one with eyes on the problem, you are creating a massive blind spot. And that's why step 3 is all about rallying your allies. Because you can't and you absolutely shouldn't try to do this alone. Seriously, this is non-negotiable. When you're the only one monitoring, you become a single point of failure. What happens if you get sick, or go on vacation, or get pulled into another project? The whole system just goes dark. And more importantly, your allies on the front lines, they see things you can't. They multiply your awareness. Now, to make this work, you need a simple 2-part pact with your team. First, be crystal clear about what you changed and what a win actually looks like. Second, you have to empower them. Tell them exactly who to call or what to do the moment they see a red flag. Don't just ask them to watch. Give them a job to do. All right, let's recap. You have your metrics, your frequency, and your allies. The final step is all about execution. It's about staying the course. And this isn't just about being stubborn. It's about combining relentless persistence with incredibly prompt action. Think of it like steering a huge ship. A small 1-degree course correction every day is easy and keeps you perfectly on track. But if you only check your position once a week, you might be miles off course and need a massive, difficult maneuver to get back. That's the principle here. Consistent, small efforts are way more effective than infrequent, heroic ones. And this is exactly why that daily check-in is so critical. Because problems are never static. A small crack you notice today is an easy, cheap fix. But if you leave it alone for a week, that same crack can compromise the entire structure. When it comes to unsolved problems, time is not your friend. So when your monitoring does flash red, you need a simple, rapid response plan. It's just 3 things. 1, make the adjustment as soon as you possibly can. 2, communicate that change to everyone involved so they're not caught by surprise. And 3, you double down on your monitoring to confirm that your fix is actually working. So let's make this real. Right now, think about one project or solution that's on your plate. Based on everything we've just covered, what is the one key metric, that single vital number, that you're going to start tracking tomorrow to guarantee its success?